Think of LinkedIn as like your resume that never sleeps, or like a digital resume, but it's actually a lot more than that. It's your professional brand to the world, right? So if someone Googles your name, your LinkedIn URL will probably be one of the first things that shows up at the top of the page. So LinkedIn is the place to find and be found. The site has over 1.5 million student jobs and internships, and about 9 out of 10 companies use LinkedIn to hire candidates for various roles. Like a lot of companies have what they call target schools. So some companies that you may be interested in working for, they may not come recruit at your school, but if you have an active LinkedIn profile, it opens up so many doors and allows you to connect with people that actually work at those companies. You're also able to join various groups and attend events, learn about scholarships and internships, follow recruiters. You can message people to learn more about their experience, message other students to learn more about their previous internships, and identify, like ask them like how they got the job as well. So it's just a great networking tool. So I'm excited to share all that I've learned. I'm not, I know a lot about LinkedIn, so I'm going to try to show you as much as I can in the time that we have. So it may be a little overwhelming, but feel free to stop me, ask me any questions. So let's just jump right in. So let me share my screen.
That's interesting.
Okay, you guys can see my screen? Can you see my screen? Can somebody give me a thumbs up? Okay, cool. Okay, perfect. So this is the main feed for LinkedIn, similar to other social media platforms. If you're connected or follow someone, you'll just see them in the middle. To the right, you just have various news that's relevant for today. On the left-hand side, you can see your recent pages that you've been to, the groups that you're in, the events, and some hashtags that you follow. So pretty similar to most social media. So I'm just going to go to my profile to use it as an example for a few things, and then I'll show you some other student profiles. So the first thing you want to do when you come to LinkedIn is edit your public URL, which is this link at the top. This link, if you provide it to someone else, is going to go exactly straight to your profile. And you want to do this, you want to edit it because the default has a bunch of random numbers in there, and you'll more than likely be sharing it quite a bit. Some job applications ask for your LinkedIn profile address. A lot of people include it on their resume instead of like their physical mailing address. And then you can also include it in your social media profiles and like your email signature as well. So you'll just come to your profile, click on Edit Public Profile and URL, and it'll open up a new window. And then you'll just come right here and edit it. So you see I have my first name, last name. You can use your first initial, last initial, or whatever works for you. Just make sure you get rid of those random numbers. The next thing I want to talk about is the profile picture. This is pretty standard, it's super important because, a quick glance at a picture, someone can form their first impression of you in a matter of seconds. So you want to make sure that your profile your picture is inviting and you look approachable. Believe it or not, a lot of people don't have a photo on their profile, but profiles with a photo get 14 times more views than those that don't have a photo. So of course you want to avoid cropped and unclear photos, being too close to the camera, or selfies like with your arm showing. This is a picture I actually took before I went out one night, and I just removed the background. So it doesn't have to be super professional. You don't have to have a suit and a tie on or anything like that. Just something that's clear and something that makes you look approachable, or like someone wants to reach out to you and talk to you about a career opportunity. The background photo, LinkedIn has like this gray blue photo that's a default. So you just want to make sure that you include whatever picture that you want for the cover photo. I like skylines, so I literally just Googled the Houston skyline and got this picture off of Google, and now it's my background photo. But you can use like a software like Canva if you want to make like a custom photo that shows more of your personality that you want to add on there, or you can just grab any kind of background to replace that default one that LinkedIn has. Next is the headline, which is the space right underneath your name. So this is super important. Here you have 220 characters, so you want to be sure to utilize the majority of that. This is super valuable space on your profile, and this is what people will see when you also comment on other people's posts as well. So you want to include things like your major, your school, some keywords related to job titles that you're interested in. This helps recruiters. Recruiters have a different side of LinkedIn that they seek candidates from, and they basically search for keywords like marketing, business administration, biology, or whatever your major is. You want to put words here that are related to your major and the jobs that you're interested in. So basically just think about what keywords you want people to find you by. What industry do you want to be in? You can say something like, I'm a tech enthusiast, I'm president of this organization, and highlight a few other skills that you have for this top portion. So let me just show you a few examples of some other students so you can kind of see what I'm referring to. So Samara, you can see that she's a finance student at University of Texas. She has an accounting minor and she's pursuing a computer science certificate. Another one is Guy. You can see this is the default cover photo that I just mentioned. So you want to make sure that you put a different photo here just to make it a little bit more dynamic. You can see that he's a computer science student at Howard. He's interned at Microsoft. He's a CodePath Tech Fellow, and he's participating in the Management Leaders of Tomorrow Career Prep class of 2024. And then one more example is Safani. You can see that she's a Student for Justice intern, a Thurgood Marshall College Fund Scholar, United Negro College Fund Scholar, and she's an international management student at North Carolina A&T. And you can see how she kind of customized her background here. So that's just wanted to give you all a few examples of what the headline could be. So feel free to talk about your career experience, any awards or honors that you have, and your major in school. If I scroll down, let me go back to my profile. Actually, I'll go to Samara's profile. The next section is this featured section. So here, you can show off some of the real work that you've mentioned in your experience section or throughout your profile. You can include copy of your resume, like she didn't, but I'll show you an example of someone that did. A copy of your resume, any awards that you have, if you were mentioned like in the school newspaper or just highlighted through some other social media, you can put a link to that article here. You can put PowerPoint presentations, PDFs, whatever you want to highlight that you feel is relevant and that you want to highlight, just show off, you can put in this featured section. So as they scroll down, it'll pop right up. So here she talks about her internship. She has a picture of her internship experience at Oracle and when she graduated valedictorian from high school. She just has a picture here. So feel free to personalize this any way that you like. And this is actually a post that she made. So you'll just come to the, let me show you how to do it. So you'll just make a post. I'm just going to use this one as an example. And then you'll click on these 3 right dots, and then you'll click on this feature on top of profile, and it'll show up on your feature section in your profile. Okay. And then, so let's scroll down to the About section. Again, I'm going to use Samara's profile page. to the About section. So someone coming to your profile has already seen your great profile picture and cover photo. They've seen a great headline, so they already know a little bit about you. So scrolling down to the About section is just a natural next step. So this section right here is like your elevator pitch. So you want to sell yourself in this section. Some people also refer to this as a section, like as your online cover letter. So here is just some additional real estate on the profile, so you can have like an introduction, talk more about your background, your passions, your interests, your various skills, and just add more additional context about who you are that may not necessarily be on your resume. You can also include some fun facts about yourself here, highlight some additional keywords and skills that you have, and just allow people to get to know you a little bit better. And you also want to write this in first person so it can be more personable. So you can see Samara has the introduction here. She says, "Hi there, I'm Samara. I'm currently a junior at the University of Texas at Austin, where I study finance, accounting, and computer science. I'm an analytical thinker with a penchant for putting a creative spin on things. Some of my more creative interests include graphic design, photography, and digital media. I hope to utilize both my technical and artistic skills in my future career. Outside of education and work, I'm an avid reader and I like to travel. I run a Facebook page that chronicles my study abroad experiences. You can check it out here." And then she just lists her skills here. So it doesn't have to be super long. She even used a few emojis here. So just a little bit about her. So just think of it as like a mini bio for your page. If you scroll down, this is just your experience section. This can be a copy paste directly from your resume. It also allows you to add pictures if you want to add some pictures to make your profile a little bit more dynamic. You can include bullet points or just a regular summary as well. So definitely include all the jobs that you have. I even tell students, even if you worked at Chick-fil-A or some other fast food restaurant or a grocery store in high school, I would definitely include that as well, because believe it or not, you've developed some skills, whether that's customer service or working with teams. You develop some kind of skill from that job that may be attractive to recruiters as well. If you work on campus, I would include campus jobs as well if you haven't received an internship yet. And whenever possible, always include numbers so that you can show your impact. So if I'm a server at Chick-fil-A or something, you can say, "I serve over 500 customers on a daily basis." Now that can be just an estimate, but it shows the impact that you have and how busy you are working that job at Chick-fil-A. And I'm just going to show you my profile where I added a few pictures under my experience just to show you what it looks like. You can just add a few pictures. Like I took a few pictures of my team when I was at Chevron. The skills section is a little further down. Here you can put up to 50 skills. I would probably say this is the most underutilized section on the profile. So it literally has all kinds of skills from teamwork, event planning, marketing, business. Take a look at the skills in there. And this is important because, again, when recruiters are using LinkedIn to source candidates, they're looking for certain keywords. So you want to make sure you have those keywords throughout your profile. This also adds to the credibility of your profile as well. When you see these endorsement numbers, these are just people that say, yes, Calicia is skilled in this particular skill. So you can get endorsements from friends, colleagues, family members. They'll just come to your page. Let me go back. And just endorse you. So this is something that if you have a group of friends together, you all can just go endorse each other to get that endorsement, those endorsements up. Another thing I wanted to recommend, highlight rather, are the recommendations. This is at the very bottom of the profile where you can have people write recommendations for you just about their how they enjoy working with you, which also adds to your credibility. So this comes in handy, like if you're applying for scholarships and looking for jobs, people can read what other people are saying about you after they've read all the things that you said about yourself at the top of the profile. So if you have any colleagues, friends, professors, mentors, ask them to write you a LinkedIn recommendation so it can show up on your profile. I think it always just adds a little extra, a good bonus for your profile as well. The honors and awards section, just like you have on your resume, you can add that. They also have a volunteer section you can add for your extracurricular activities. For that section, I will always, if you have like if you're on the executive board or have a leadership position, I will also highlight that here because that's super, super important when it comes to recruiters. Let's see. They also have a certifications. I don't have any certifications, but you can add that section here if you have some. You just click on Add Profile section and find certifications, license and certifications. So there's tons of different additional sections on your profile that you can add. As you can see, there's several that I don't even have. So just add whatever that is relevant to you. One last thing I want to note is this open to section. So if you're looking for a job, you just click on this open to finding a job, or if they're hiring, you'll click on hiring. So you'll say open to finding a new job. And then you can put up to 5 different job titles that you're interested in here. You can say if you want to work on site, hybrid, or remote. You can put the locations here. It asks you if you're available immediately or if you're just casually browsing, and then the job type. So some of you may click full-time, some of you may click internship here. And you can manage who sees this. I'm sure if you've been on LinkedIn before, you've seen people with the green banner that says open to work. This is where they turn that on. So open to work, that allows all LinkedIn members to know that you're open to work. And then some people with jobs that may be looking for a new job, they don't want everybody to know that they're actively looking on the market, so they'll click recruiters only. So only people that are signed in using LinkedIn Recruiter will see that you're open to work. And that way you can be a little bit more discreet. So if I go back to Guy's page, you can see he has that banner open to work, which means that anybody on LinkedIn can see it. And you see he's open to software engineering intern roles. Any questions about the profile?
I don't know about the students, but I'm just like, that is a lot of stuff. Who knew? I have a LinkedIn page, but I see I got homework to do. All right, we do have one question.
Okay.
Hi, so my question is, through my LinkedIn page, I've done internships in the past, but they're over now. But LinkedIn is suggesting that I keep that experience as like I don't know what to call it, a part of my intro where my name and my description would be. Is it smart to keep that there as an intern? Because I want the experience to show, but I don't want it to look like I'm still actively employed there.
Yeah. You need to show your latest one. Since it says present, do you have an end date for it?
No, I don't. It just says first financial intern.
What's your name? Maybe I can pull it up right quick.
Alexis Walter. I kind of just changed it, but you can still look.
Walker or Walter?
Walter with a T.
Right down there.
Thank you, Brian.
Yeah. Sure.
Are you here?
Yep, right. Just a couple down, like 4. Right. Yep, right there with the.
This one?
Nope, go up with the black dress on.
Oh, right here.
Yep.
Okay.
So I just changed it as we were talking.
Oh, so you don't want this to show right here?
Well, is it okay if it shows?
Oh, yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you're still working there?
No, I'm not. I ended it in the summer.
Oh, okay. Well, I would put an end date here just so when they scroll down, they know that you're no longer there.
Okay. I kind of changed it while you were talking, and I think it looks okay, but I just
Okay. Okay, cool. While we're here, do you mind if we go through your profile?
No, that's fine. Please tell me what's wrong with it.
Okay, so based on everything that we talked about, I'll have y'all critique Alexis's profile. So what do you notice first? Any recommendations for her?
Cover picture.
Somebody said the cover photo.
The cover photo? Okay. It's better than the default one. What about her headline?
Maybe if she highlights your recent. Just the way here.
What'd you say?
Could she highlight a recent like role?
Yeah. Yeah, she could. What are you interested in, Alexis? Are you interested in marketing roles?
Marketing, public relations.
Okay, I will put that here so I can know before I even scroll down, you know?
Okay, so just put interested in marketing and PR?
Yep. She has the open to work. She has her open to work banner. You can see that she's open to marketing roles. You can add the PR roles here too. What do y'all think about her about section?
Looks good.
Yep, it's good. You can see all of her activity here. So she's been commenting on a few posts. So you know that she's active on LinkedIn. She has a couple of experiences here. And she has her dates here. So if I'm a recruiter, I know exactly when she graduates. So I know if she's currently looking for an internship or a full-time job. That's important. She has a couple of endorsements for her skills. Okay, cool. Only thing, Alexis, I would maybe add the volunteer section so you can kind of pull these activities out and highlight it, especially if you're president of an organization. That's super important.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yep, you're welcome.
I have a question.
Yep.
Would you put like if you're president or vice president in your bio?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Or like, it may, yeah, you can definitely put it there for sure. And then I would also put it like, what section is that? Volunteering, just so it can stand out more here as well, like president, you know?
I have a question about, because I have my list of activities in my education. I think you're able to add notes under education.
Yeah.
Is that a nice place to put that, or should I add it all back under, put it under volunteering?
Yeah, that's what Alexis did too. It's fine here. But volunteering is also an option.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Do you think that it's wise to put our courses on here? Because it's on my resume, but.
I'm personally never been a fan of courses. But depending on the job, like if you're a freshman or a sophomore, some companies may want to know, like, okay, I'm a computer science student. Have you taken like the first computer science course? Like I would put something there like that. But as a senior or a junior, I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. It's about the about section. So mine is kind of long, but it's only because I have a part in there where it's like a letter of recommendation, but it's just like little parts of that letter that I put in there. So do you think it's better to just have it like about me without having like an outsider page?
Yeah, I would, if the person that wrote you the recommendation is on LinkedIn, I will have them just give you a recommendation so it shows up on your profile. At the very bottom, this recommendation section, sorry, right here. So it's just completely separate.
How do I get to it? Because I don't find it.
So you'll go to the person's name. Let me just show you an example. So whoever wants the recommendation, search for them on LinkedIn and then click on this more button. And then, wait, I'm not connected to him, sorry. Let me find somebody else. So if I want Michael to write a recommendation, I'm going to click on more and then request a recommendation.
Okay.
Or if I want to write a recommendation for him, I would just click recommend. So you'll just say request a recommendation. It's going to ask them like, how do you know this person? Did you all work together? And just send them like, hey, do you mind writing a recommendation so it shows up on my LinkedIn profile, and then send. And then once they complete it, you'll get a message saying that they completed it. You'll be able to review it. If it's all good, you'll just select post and it'll go to your profile.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
If we receive like in mail, does it mean that they are directly targeting our page, or is it like a system that they send a bunch of hashtags through and then like the mail just goes out to everyone?
I think some people have certain filters on because sometimes I have to send an email too. So LinkedIn Premium gives you a certain number of in-mail messages. I'm not sure exactly what's going on the back end, but some people have like their messages blocked for only people that they actually know or connected to. So if I'm not connected with someone, I'll use one of my in-mail credits to send them a message. So they're still targeting you specifically. I don't think it's coming from a system or anything.
Okay.
I have a question. What's your thoughts on LinkedIn Premium? Is that something that who should get it, or at what point in time?
Yeah, at first I didn't think there was any value, but I think they really enhanced it. Let me just show you some examples. I have LinkedIn Premium so I can see like who's viewed my profile. I think you can still view this as on the free version, but the premium just gives you more like analytics. So you can like filter, you can look and see like from what company have these people looked at my profile and all these different filters. And then it'll show you like their name and things like that. So I think it's worth it. And also on the jobs tab, it gives you, let me see, some insights as to how you rank against other people that also applied to the job. Let me see. So like down here, it says, see how you compare with other applicants. So I have, for this particular random job I just clicked, I have 5 out of the 10 most common skills from everybody that applied, which is 87 applicants. So I'm in the top 50% of that. It'll tell you like their seniority level, the level of education, and all this information. So I think it's helpful, especially when, looking for a job. So if I see that I only have 5 of the 10 common skills, I'm going to go back to my profile and kind of add some of those keywords so that I can get 10 or 9 out of 10 common skills. So I think it just gives you some good insights. LinkedIn Premium.
Any other questions?
I think my last question is, I'm a graduating senior, and I feel like I've exhausted all of my search options when it comes to the job search. And what are some ways to kind of dig deeper into finding jobs, whether that's in different locations or different skills? Like, do I search by skills or direct titles?
What's your major?
I'm a marketing major, but I'm looking to enter higher education.
Oh, okay.
Specifically student affairs.
Let me come back to that one. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay, perfect. Or maybe let's connect afterwards if we run out of time.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, no problem. Okay, so let's go to the jobs tab for those looking for an internship or full-time job. Here you can basically just put in the job title that you want. So earlier I was playing around with marketing intern. My computer is not frozen. Okay. Marketing intern. So you'll see all the jobs come up. So you can, I like to filter by the past month because sometimes companies forget to take job postings down. So you want to make sure that you're not looking at an old one, like from like September last year or something. So I would filter that. And then just to make sure you're looking for internships, you can filter down by experience level and click on internship. One thing I want to highlight here, let me see. So let me filter this. Okay, so I filtered by the jobs that have been posted this past month and internship. So you can scroll down and look at all the possible jobs. It'll tell you how many of people that you're connected to actually work at the company. So this is a good networking tool. So if I'm interested in this marketing internship at Intel, I'm going to click here to see, you know, who do I know that has worked there before or currently there, and see if they have any contacts or connections that I can reach out to about the role. The LinkedIn Premium also tells you like where you're a top applicant at for certain roles. The actively recruiting label right here tells you they're really looking for someone, or this is a real recent posting. So those are always good jobs to apply to, the one that's actively recruiting. And tell you if you have like companies that under your experience on your profile, it'll tell you how many people from that company now work at this company as well. So you can just kind of scroll through here and apply. This one, what is one I wanted to show you all? When you click on Easy Apply right here, Easy Apply basically uses your LinkedIn profile as the job application. So it's really easy. You can probably apply for the job within a few clicks versus going to fill out a whole application on the jobs website. So I like Easy Apply for that. And because a lot of their roles show who posted the job, let me just see if I can find one. Okay, here's one. So it says meet the hiring team. So for this particular internship, this person, Emmanuel, is the one that posted the job. This is another premium benefit. So if I applied, I would go ahead and apply to the job if I'm interested, and then I'll reach out to Emmanuel, look at his profile to see how long he's been working at the company and get to know him a little bit. I see he just started there back in May. So I'll say, hey, Emmanuel, I just saw that you posted this marketing internship job. I'm really interested. I've already applied. I'm looking forward to hearing back from you and the team. So don't just apply and just sit back and wait for you know, a message to come through about your status. Like really be active and try to find people that work at the company. He's a great person to reach out to. Maybe he'll see your message and go in the system and pull your resume out immediately. You know, you just never know. So you always want to go that extra mile, put that little bit of extra effort in, just to make sure that you can let the team know that you're interested.
Quick question that's backtracking just a little bit. So as a graduating senior, I have a lot of experience, like campus experience in organizations. How soon after I graduate and receive a job should I start taking those things away from my page, if ever?
That's a good question.
Like,
All
what
of
is that?
your extracurricular activities on campus?
Yes.
Oh, I would probably say like within 2 to 5 years, maybe.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
okay. Any other questions?
I have another one. I don't want to ask all the questions, you guys, but here we go. So can you talk about what's the difference between following and connecting?
Yes. So let me see if I can use Emmanuel as an example. Okay, so if I'm Emmanuel, I'm interested in, I sent him a message already. I told him I'm interested in this role. I've already applied. I'm just waiting to hear back from him. I'm going to follow him versus, you see here, his profile has follow versus connect. Some have connect. So I'm going to follow him. The reason why is I don't know him. So if I send him a connection request, he may not accept it. But in the meantime, until he responds to my message, I can follow him. Only difference between follow and connect is if I follow Emmanuel, I'll be able to see all his posts, but he won't be able to see my post. If we're connected, I can see his posts and he can see my posts. So I actually personally, I follow a lot of recruiters, a lot of people, so I can see their posts and continue to be informed about different things. And I've also used that as a networking tool. So after I follow somebody, I'll engage in their posts, make a few comments, and then after a while, I'll send them a connection request and say, hey, so-and-so, I've been following you for a while. I love your content. Would love to connect, officially connect with you to continue to learn more about your career. So that's always an option. Follow, you just follow and you'll see their connection requests. Because the connection, once you're ready to connect with Emmanuel, you just click on this more button and let me refresh. You always want to send somebody a note, especially if you don't know them. So just click on more and then you'll just click on connect, but don't press send. Click on add a note. And then that's when you'll say, hey, Emmanuel, I've been following you for a while. I also saw you, posted a marketing intern position at your company. I'm really interested, looking forward to connecting. And then you press send so that way it'll show up on their My Network and they'll be like, oh, okay, this is why this person wants to connect with me. So always send a message. And if you aren't sure like where you want to work, just think about the brands and the products that you like. Maybe you love Pinterest or Uber, or your favorite cereal is Kellogg, or you love Coke, or even if you love to travel, maybe your favorite airline is Southwest or United. Like all these companies need people from various majors to help their businesses be successful. Same goes for social media. TikTok has internships. Instagram has internships. So don't underestimate yourself and don't put yourself in a box.
Alex, go ahead. Alex, no, I'm sorry. I wasn't even like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I called you Alex.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I just wanted to make sure you were talking to me.
My niece's name. She's in Alexis.
It's okay. I'm sorry. I have a whole bunch of questions. However, so I noticed when you pulled up, I missed his last name, but Michael's account, his header had like obviously something he had probably created on LinkedIn, and I thought that was pretty cool, or created on Canva. So
Yeah.
I just went to Canva and just looked up LinkedIn, and I'm seeing they have some headers that contain, like, people are putting their phone numbers or their emails address. Do you think that that's taboo?
No, I don't think so. If they're open with people, if they really are trying to connect with people, then I guess that's their prerogative. But no, I don't think it's taboo.
Okay.
This is Canva. If y'all don't know what Canva is, I absolutely love Canva. You can make different flyers and everything. You just search LinkedIn. I think you can just search LinkedIn cover photo and it'll just give you several templates to choose from. But it's CANB as in Victor A. Yeah. So you'll see all these different, so you can tag one of these put your information in there and use it as your cover photo. Okay, so another way to find recruiters is the search button. This is going to be your best friend. So like if you're interested in Microsoft, you just type in Microsoft and then just put recruiter at the end. And then you'll filter by people. And then you'll find Microsoft recruiters, university recruiter, global talent acquisition. You can do this for pretty much any company. So if you've already applied for certain jobs, reach out to a recruiter, search a recruiter and find out who they are. You can click on their name and just go through their profile to learn more about them. If they have an about section, read through there. Before you actually send them a message. So you see Ben has the connect button. Remember the other profile from Emmanuel had that follow button. So that's the difference. And people use settings to change that in and out.
You have another question?
Yep.
Is there a way to turn off if somebody else sees that you viewed their profile?
Yeah, it's in your settings somewhere. Let me see. Visibility right here. Profile, I think it's profile viewing options. Select what others see when you view their profile. So I guess even mine is in private mode. So it won't show your photo. It won't show any information about you. This one has no photo. It just says someone on LinkedIn, or I can just show everything. So it's in your settings and under visibility and profile viewing.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions?
LinkedIn also has different groups. So if you're like a biology major, you can just type in biology. And you can filter by groups at the top. And it'll show you all the groups related to biology that you can click on and request to join. If you are interested in seeing what kind of events are coming up related to biology, you just click on events and all these online events that you can join here as well. And you can also filter by posts, companies, tons of different courses that you can take on LinkedIn Learning as well. So you can use all these filters to really narrow down exactly what you're looking for. Another thing I wanted to show you all was your school's, the alumni tool on your school's website, on your school's LinkedIn page, sorry. So you'll just go to the page, and then when you're here, you want to click on alumni. A lot of information here. So it'll show you where they currently work. A lot of them work at the university, Dayton Public Schools. A lot of them work at Amazon, United States Air Force. You can see where they live now. You can see what they actually do. So business development, operations, education, what they're skilled at, and it even tell you what they studied while they were at the school. So someone give me a name of a company and let's see if we can find some alumni.
Procter & Gamble.
Procter & Gamble. Okay, so you can see there's over 13,000 alumni on LinkedIn. So let's see if we can find someone that works at Procter & Gamble. Yep, we do. So we have how many? 40 alumni at Procter & Gamble. Or maybe these have worked at Procter & Gamble in the past. So I'm just going to filter by Procter & Gamble currently, and that's 10. And you can see where they live. You can see what they do, research, operations, HR, what they're skilled at, and then what their major was while at CSU. And then you're going to scroll down and see who these people are. So we have a senior researcher, supply business planner, another researcher, global director, another associate director. It'll tell you how many people, how many mutual connections you have. So I can reach out to Jeff and say, hey, Jeff, do you know Juan? I really want to work at Procter & Gamble. Can you connect me with him and make a personal introduction? So let's look at Juan's page since he works in HR. So, yep, he works at HR, but you can see Juan hasn't posted lately. So the chances of him replying to your message is probably slim to none because he doesn't really post on LinkedIn or come on LinkedIn a lot. But you can see we have 4 mutual connections together. You can see he's been at Procter & Gamble for a long, long time. So probably a good person to talk about the company with.
Yeah, he's retired, so that's why he's not responding.
Oh.
Of course.
You can see like what his major was. But yeah, the alumni tool is good because you already have one thing in common with these people. Y'all went to the same y'all went to the same school. So that's just an easy way to kind of break the ice if you reach out to any of them. Let me see. So a lot of people ask, like, what do I even post on LinkedIn? You can post anything on LinkedIn, really. You can talk about, how you chose your major. You can talk about, hey, I'm struggling to find internships or scholarships. It's okay to be vulnerable because so many people are going to resonate with you. A lot of the vulnerable posts that I see on LinkedIn have a lot of engagement. You can talk about how you were able to get a job on campus and kind of provide advice and guidance for other college students. You can talk about your journey to get hired. Maybe you had to apply 3 times before you actually got an interview. You can talk about what your organizations on campus are doing, any challenges, successes, things that you're passionate about. You never know who's looking at your contact and how they can be impacted by it. So take a look at some other students' posts and see, try to get some ideas from them. You can use hashtags. You can, put videos on here, share some statistics that you found or an article that you found interesting. Share different tools and resources, celebrate your achievements. Like there's so many things to post about. I know content generation can be hard for some people, but just start off small and then just continue to grow and go from there. Any questions?
You have another question right here?
Yep.
This is kind of like, I should have asked in the beginning, but if you have like previous degrees or anything like that, can you add, should you add them to your profile? Like, if so, where?
Yep. Let me see. So I think Samara had one. It'll be in the education section. So you can see how she did her study abroad. So she talks about that. But then she also went to community college before she transferred to UT. So she has her associate's degree here. So it's in the same section. You'll just add an education row, another education row.
Thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions? Well, if we could, all just, well, before we thank our speaker, Calicia, is there anything else you would like to tell them as parting information?
Actually, yes. I want to give y'all a few pages to go follow. So if you aren't following them already, definitely follow the Thurgood Marshall College Fund. They're always posting various opportunities for students that attend HBCUs, like constantly. So even they just posted this 22 minutes ago about the Meta Scholars Program. So this must be a partnership they have with Meta or someone, but they're always posting really good information. So definitely follow Thurgood Marshall. Another one is Inroads. I don't know if y'all have heard of Inroads, but they also help minority students find internships. So definitely follow them as well, Inroads. And then the UNCF, the United Negro College Fund, they also have tons of scholarships for students attending HBCUs. The UNCF. But I'm here. I know this was a lot of information. Hopefully you all learned a little bit. Some homework for you is to go create an all-star profile, connect with some recruiters, companies that you're interested in, take a look at that alumni tool to see if there's anyone that are alumni of the school that work at companies you're interested in. And follow some of these internship and scholarship organizations. If y'all have any questions at any time, you want me to go through something on some one-on-one time, feel free to message me and we can set up some time. I don't think I got to that young lady's question about the marketing and higher ed, but please send me an email or send me a message and let's just set up a Zoom call or something for next week or tomorrow or something. We can chat.
Okay, sounds good. I just connected with you.
Okay, perfect. What's your name?
Alana Jones.
Alana. Okay, perfect.
All right, can we all give a round of applause to our presenters? Calicia, if you could, please, could you put up that exit survey? We have an exit survey that we would like for you all to do. And while you're doing that, I want to give you some reminders of some things to come. So, well, while we're talking about LinkedIn, I would like for you all, please, to connect to myself. I'm Kimberly Jones. Connect with Ms. Carla Harper, the Director of our Career Services. Connect to Ms. Lisa Dunn and Kenneth Goodrum. All of us are people, we're on LinkedIn, and we want you all to connect with us so you will have information of what's going on here at the university as it relates to getting a job or an internship.
And we have a career services page on LinkedIn as well.
Oh, okay, yes, I'm sorry, I might not be connected to that. So Career Services, Central State Career Services is on LinkedIn, as well as Instagram and Twitter. So you need to be connected to all of those places. It's amazing to me how small our campus is, but yet people will say that, like, I'm gonna meet somebody that's gonna say tomorrow, oh my goodness, I didn't even know about the LinkedIn workshop. When you gonna do it again? I'm like, we advertise it to everybody. Okay, so any sophomores in the room? If you're a sophomore, please raise your hand. Okay, sophomores, I need for you to wait for me. I got to give you something this evening. I need to make sure I have your names. I'm going to send you an email. JP Morgan Chase is having a webinar for Central State and Wilberforce for their Advancing Black Pathways internship program. That's an internship. You started as a sophomore. You do it again as a junior. You do it again as a senior. That's if you do well. And then they hire the people. They hire the people who've gone through their process. You might be saying, JP Morgan Chase, that's the bank. I don't want to work at the bank. But just like Calicia said, the bank, they need finance people. They need accounting people. They need graphic designers. We went to JP Morgan Chase in Columbus, and they talked about how they needed an art curator. They need IT people. So all of your majors are in these brands, like Calicia said. So that's going to be this Friday. It's a webinar, and I need to get you all that. So please stay after, and I can make sure I have your names. Also, we're doing the headshots February 1st, career services. And what's the time on that, Ms. Dunn?
12 to 5.
12 to 5, February 1st, headshots. If you thinking, hey, I don't have anything to wear, got that covered. Come over the day before, get you an outfit, and because it's only, top up, right? Career Readiness Week is going to be February 14th. The LEAD Conference, and again, you're going to see stuff, but as you're connected, I just want to put these out here. The LEAD Conference, it is not just for business majors. It is for all majors. March 8th and March 9th. Career Expo, March 14th, 15th, and 16th. Last thing, and I'm going to go back, February 9th and 10th Disney will be on campus. Disney is looking for our students. They need all majors. So again, please look at your Central State email. Please connect with us so you can see that information. And I need y'all to pack out the house like you did today, okay? And bring a friend. All right, any other announcements, Ms. Harper?
Connect with us, see us, we're here. And I'm proud of y'all showing up and showing out today. I'm really proud of y'all. Yes.
Ms. Dunn?
Please let us see your resume before you post it on any platform. We want to make sure you shine, so no typos, no errors. We want to help with that.
As well as applications. Thank you, Ms. Dunn. We need to see your resumes, because I will give you all this tidbit. We have some good friends who are recruiters, and what I mean by that, they're good friends of the university. And Ms. Harper and I have been meeting with them, and they share with us some of these resumes that they're seeing, and they're not happy. We're glad that they're letting us know, but we don't want them to just go by your name. There's a certain way that your resume needs to look, because they're getting thousands of resumes. And how many of you are trying to apply for that MBA fellowship? You didn't even know about it. You gotta get connected with us. The MBA, Indiana Pacers came here, they're looking for our students, but it's a certain way your resume needs to look, so you're gonna stand out from all the others. If you wanna know anything about the MBA fellowship, you got Alana, she went last year.
Nettie.
Oh, I can call you Nettie in public?
Yeah, don't want to call me.
Oh, okay. You got Nettie? I'm like, I didn't know if that was just a street name, you know? Yeah, so they were there, they did that program last year, and they can give you a lot of information about what you're looking for. My seniors, get in career services. Get your LinkedIn page together. I will tell you this last tidbit, because I could talk all day. But anyway, my middle son graduated in 2016 from college. He did 200 applications before he found his job. So don't get weary. 200. And I remember it because he called me and he was like, "Mom, this is my 200th resume." But he didn't have a good LinkedIn page. You know, I didn't know about all of that stuff. So, you know, don't get weary because you've been applying to stuff. Make sure you take everything that Ms. Johnson said, get it together, get in career services, and we're going to get you a job, because that's what you hear. Get a good education, get a job. All right? Everybody do my exit survey?
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. See you guys next time.
Thank you.
All right. I'm not gonna be mad. Don't, I need to see y'all every day.